Taiwan is like one of those places where if I ever have a daughter, I'll be like, yeah, you can go out at 2 a.m. You know? And she will be okay. I know she'll be fine, you know. Like
Today's guest is quite unique in the sense that I don't think we've ever had a guest from this country before. Craig from Mongolia. I have so many questions. The first one being, is Craig your Mongolian name? It doesn't sound Mongolian.
Oh, no, it's not. It's not. I was looking for an English teaching job in Taiwan. I was like, oh, Zorik. And they were like, who? And I'm like, Zorik. And I'm like, who? So my real name is Zorik, by the way.
Okay. Who?
And they were like, who? And I'm like, okay. Just call me Craig.
You're coming from Mongolia.
Indeed.
How do you end up in Taiwan?
I was looking at like the top universities around the world. But I also considered like my budget. Being like from Mongolia, our salary is not as high as many like advanced countries out there. So I was really like thinking about like what kind of budgets I have and can I cover this or can my parents help me out here, right? So I was looking into like scholarships. So I just like looked into like the top universities around the world. And then I did notice Taiwan popped up here and there. They were like scholarships or like widely available. And at the time, my dad, he used to work in in the government. He did a business trip in Taiwan to check their semiconductor facilities.
Okay.
Yeah, in Hsinchu. And he told me like, hey son, Taiwan is like this amazing place. You should definitely like learn more about it so he also encouraged me to pursue Taiwan.
So how much did you know about Taiwan beforehand then?
Zero. All I know is in Mongolia, there's a word that's Taiwan, which just means like chill.
So it means chill?
Yeah, it means chill, Taiwan.
Do you feel like that's accurate? Is it more chill in Taiwan compared to Mongolia?
I would say it is an accurate thing. Yeah, Taiwan is like, I would say the most chill, peaceful, like a country in the world, right? For me, it's like Taiwan is like one of those places where if I ever have a daughter, I'll be like, yeah, you can go out at 2 a.m. You know? And she will be okay. I know she'll be fine, you know. Like it's kind of, I get that kind of vibe. I went out like at 4 a.m., 3 a.m., 2 a.m. And a bunch of my friends who came here have also said the same thing. Like it's probably the only safe place in the world that you can just like get your kids out at night and not to worry about, you know.
I'm the same, but with my mom, when she comes here, she's like, she wants to go out and like down park. And I'm like, yeah, go mom. He's like, I trust you to go out all by yourself. I just have a few more questions about Mongolia. The only thing I know is like horses and Genghis Khan. I think that's like, as a European or as a Swede at least, I think that's like the only thing that is ever being talked about when it comes to like Mongolia. How is it actually? And what is something that you think that more foreigners, either Swedish people or Taiwanese, should know about Mongolia?
Taiwanese will always ask you, do you guys ride horses? The answer to that is technically no, because I come from a city and we do not take horses in our daily lives to go from home to school, you know.
I mean that's what you see in like every single movie that is like from Mongolia. There is like endless like fields and mountains in the horizon, and it's just like horses.
Taiwanese people always ask me like, wow, so Mongol Kaoro, you know, Mongol Kaoro or Mongol Huoguo, you know, and I'm like, no, none of those are our food, man.
No?
No. Mongolian barbecue is not actually Mongolian.
Because that's literally the only thing. If you would tell me like food about Mongolia, I would just like Mongolian barbecue, and I would just assume that you eat horse.
Well, we do eat horse.
Yeah, okay.
That's true.
That's right.
That's one
thing that is right. Okay, good.
Let's establish ourselves. Yes, we do eat horses.
So you came here to Taiwan to study then. You got the scholarship for Taiwan, I assume?
I didn't get a scholarship.
Okay, but you still came.
Yeah, Taiwan is still kind of affordable, you know, like I know Mongolian salary is pretty bad, but at the time, like Taiwan is still in that like, okay, you know, like if I can study a year here, and then if I can get into a university with a scholarship, then I can survive. So
how did we go from coming here to like learn Mandarin to now like still being here like 11 years later? Like what has made you stay here in Taiwan this whole time?
Most of it was to get away from my country. I'm joking. But you know, the nature and traveling is amazing in my country. And it's not like over tourism. But to live, Winter is terrible. Like air pollution is crazy in the city. Traffic jam. You're in the traffic jam 2-3 hours a day sometimes.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It's that crazy. Traffic jam is like the number one issue in my country.
Okay, then you really do need the horses. We
Yes.
should bring the horses back.
Yes, and I hate traffic.
And although being stuck in a Mongolian traffic jam does not sound like a fun day, something that does sound like a fun day is the sponsor of today's video. FUNDAY is my absolute favorite English learning platform, not only because they will give you free FUNDAY classes if you do click the link down in the description, and not only because they offer real online classes almost every single hour of the day between 6 a.m. to 2 a.m. Taiwan time, but also since they have lots of other resources available on their website 24/7, so you can also learn English on your own and at your own pace. But of course, the real live classes are what makes FUNDAY unique, because not only do they offer tons of different topics that you can choose from, for example, impromptu speaking, navigating cultural differences with teacher Kim, they also have different difficulty levels, so regardless if you're only just starting your English learning journey or if you already do have some experience and just want to improve even more, FUNDAY will definitely have a class and difficulty level for you. But don't just take my word for it, because if you do click the link down in the description and use my code Lukas, not only will you get free FUNDAY classes so you can try it out for yourself, you will also get a free consultation call with FUNDAY so you end up at the appropriate level right away, so you don't have to waste any time learning English with FUNDAY. And speaking about not wasting any time at all, I think it's time for us to head back to Craig and continue with the rest of this video. What was like the biggest changes in like your daily life, like coming from Mongolia to Taiwan?
Like right now, the biggest change would be like, yeah, I got a wife, you know, or I finished my education here.
A Taiwanese wife?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're stuck here in Taiwan then. There's like,
Oh yeah,
there's no going back.
Yeah, I'm done, man.
Looking back at these like 11 years, is there anything that you wish you would have known about Taiwan or about your life here in Taiwan before coming, like the first time?
I should have studied a bit more about like how the transportations go, and immediately get myself like a scooter very quickly. Get a license and get a scooter as soon as possible. If you're outside Taipei, just get a scooter. It's just better for everyone. You will save you save so much time.
Didn't you just complain about the traffic, how much you hate traffic, and now you're like, get a scooter the first thing you do?
No.
The
Taiwan is a gold standard of traffic world. Like I would say Taiwan is probably the best in the world when it comes to traffic management and then the traffic jams.
Okay, I might know a few people who disagrees with you.
Yeah, but everyone says that. I talk to like Taiwanese people and I say, oh, my country is so corrupted. Taiwanese would tell me like, no, Taiwan is the most corrupted. I'm like, are you kidding me right now? Like,
anything else that you feel like has changed you as a person as well?
Yeah, definitely. I would say I became much more patient. I think that's like the first
Taiwan.
thing. Yeah, it's much Taiwan.
Taiwan.
Yeah, peaceful. It basically is like
peaceful.
Taiwan and Taiwan is completely non-related to each other. We just that's just our
just happen to be the same.
Like a bit more patient, be more considerate of people. Like I think the culture does affect me in that sense. Like people here do not like fight in broad daylight or like argue that much either. Like, and if you're just hanging around with like a lot of like Taiwanese people who in general they don't like fight or argue, like
you look very zen. You seem to be a very chill person right now.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Thank you, Taiwan. If I was in Mongolia, I would be like just screaming at someone. Who knows? You know?
We need to clear something out here. You said that Mongolian barbecue is not like Mongolian food. How are you with like Taiwanese food? What would be like the most similar part of like Mongolian food and like Taiwanese food?
Contrary to like what people think, Mongolian food is very similar to Chinese food.
Okay.
Because we're neighbors. So like a lot of the Mongolian foods that we eat in our normal like daily life is a lot of them are influenced by either Russia or it's influenced by China. We do have national dishes, but it's very, very weird. You kind of eat those in, you don't just eat that like daily life, you know. If you're going camping or something, you know, you want to do it on a campfire kind of deal, you know. Like there's one food where like we have like a, I don't know what's it called, like a mole or something, you know, those animals that dig grounds. Those kind of like animals, we get the hair out, open the belly, put some hot rocks in there. and put like potatoes and that kind of stuff in there and sew it back.
And sew it back?
Yeah, sew it back so it literally cooks from inside.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's...
But this is like you go out camping like in the wilderness, so you eating to survive, or is this something like you wouldn't get this in the city?
You can just Google horhok. I hope you edit this, so check out the picture here.
Okay.
Horhok. Okay. Yeah, so you can check out horhok. We do eat a lot of meat. A lot of meat.
This sounds like a Mongolian barbecue then. It just means like a lot of meat barbecue.
Yeah, in a way, but we don't call it Mongolian barbecue. We maybe mostly we boil it and boil it for hours, and then the meat becomes so tender. And then we just bring it back up, get a knife and just cut it and eat it. Like it's very tender meat like that. So Nyoro Mian would definitely in beef noodles. Mongolia also has like that kind of version of that. I would say like we also have that kind of version, but with more meat in it.
Do you have any other memory of discovering something in Taiwan that was like completely different to anything you have ever seen in Mongolia, or that you were like, what is this? Like, how can things be this way?
Yes. So one is cooking.
Okay.
Like it's so expensive to cook. Like it's just better to eat at the restaurant than to cook. Like I would say it's the same price, but the difference is you don't need to cook and lose a lot of time. Like restaurant is right there and you can just one thing. So in Mongolia,
and do the dishes.
Yeah, Mongolia restaurants are very expensive. Like the food, but if you buy food from outside, it's kind of expensive. Actually, it's just better to buy from a restaurant. Buying apartment is, oh my God. What's happening in here? Like guys, what's happening? Like I just saw an apartment with my wife. And think about it, it's just a living room and a kitchen, like a very tiny kitchen and small living room and like 2 bedrooms. In my like a country standard, this is a very tiny house because each of our rooms are huge.
Yeah.
Like you go in there, you're like in a cave. Hi, it's like hi. And then in Taiwan, I saw like some of the apartments, and you know how much it costs?
15 million?
1500 won.
1500 won. Yeah, 15 million. It's crazy.
That's $500,000 US.
It's crazy.
It's $500,000 US.
Yeah.
With that, I'm pretty sure I can buy 3 houses in America.
Me and my wife are looking for houses too, actually, and we're going through the exact same thing as you talked about right now. So please do support and subscribe to this channel and watch every single ads so we can get some revenue here.
Turn off your ad blocks just for him. Another question I do get is a lot of people assume I'm Japanese.
I cannot say anything because I'm white, and it would be very rude for me to assume anything, but you do look very Japanese, actually.
Really?
Like 40% is the hair.
Oh.
Like the hairstyle. If you would have had a different hairstyle, I would have been like, you only look like 50% Japanese.
Oh, I was like at a party and a Korean girl just came to me and she was just talking to me in Korean. And I'm like, but why?
I can see where she's coming from. One thing, you said like, Mongolia is like neighboring to China, but you had no idea about Taiwan. How is that like, is it covered anything in like history? What do you learn about history in Mongolia in terms of like relationship to China or like Taiwan?
I mean, there is a class which is like world history, but like China history itself is a whole different history book. About China, Mongolians usually learn about how Genghis Khan attacked or modern Shanyu. You know Shanyu? Have you seen Mulan?
Yes.
So it's the enemy of Mulan. That's Shanyu.
Okay.
So he's the Han.
Yeah.
So he's probably one of the person who unified Mongolia, and then he staged the war against China. Obviously, like Mulan is the good guy and Shanyu is the bad guy. But for us, Shanyu is the good guy and China is the bad guy, Our history says it's China was divided here, let's say. And then this area of China was trying to demanding stuff from Mongolians. One time the Chinese I don't know if it's an ambassador, a messenger came and, okay, we demand your best horse or something like that. And China was like, yeah, sure, have it. And they were like, now we want your wife. I was like, sure, have it, have her. And then in the end, we also want like this piece of land here. And they're like, oh, what did you just say? I'm going on a war with you guys. That's where he drew the line. Yeah, so that's like the war. I mean, I'm not sure. That's just from our perspective.
Right.
I always try to be a bit neutral about it, but the only thing I know about it is there, right? So that's when the war started.
Thank you so much for taking the time here to come here. Do you have any social media or anything if we want to see more about you? How do we get in hold of you?
You can follow me on Facebook as Craig Kilmar, and that's for my like a work-related stuff. I work in a 3D printing company, and I'm a social media. I work in the social media area, so
social media and 3D printing. What a coincidence!
Yeah, or you can just follow my personal account also down here. I'm getting used to the camera.
You work in social media, so you know everything about where to put everything to.
Yeah,
That's
you can
great.
follow my personal Instagram here. I'm not a content creator on there. I'm just uploading my daily life and that kind of stuff. But if you guys have any like concerns or question about Taiwan, at least, I lived here for 11 years, so at least I may know like thing or two, driver's license or getting married or looking for a house or where to rent, like that kind of stuff. So if
only question remaining how to afford a house. That's the only thing we're still trying to figure out. And speaking about following, please also follow me if you haven't already. And speaking about 3D printing, you can of course purchase your own 3D prints at thetaiwanshop.tw if you want a little piece of Taiwanese history. Thank you all so much for watching. My name is Lucas. Starts with L as in like, ends with S as in subscribe. Please do both, and see you all in the next one.
Man, you're really good at that. I'm like, wow.